Good afternoon, everyone. Today's Yo-kai Watch Wibble Wobble live stream is brought to you by Nox. A lot of you ask how I play Wibble Wobble on my computer and stream it to you guys, and this is it. Click the link in the description to download a fully featured Android app player to play Wibble Wobble, Fire Emblem Heroes, Super Mario Run, and all your other favorite Android games and apps on your computer. I'm 101 Leafy. If you enjoy these streams, then make sure to check out my YouTube channel. There's a link to that in the description. I cover Yo-kai Watch, Fantasy Life, another game by level 5, and all sorts of other Nintendo games, including playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with all my subscribers every week. So check that out if you're interested. Today, we're going to cover Mystery Way. It's the new, quote, new event for Wibble Wobble, but it's not actually new. It's a rerun of Mystery Way from last year. You might remember it from actually last May. There's been almost exactly a year gap between its first run and this year's run. A lot of people have been asking NHN to rerun the Mystery Way event, and it turns out sometimes NHN likes to listen to the players. So, NHN, in a twist move, has rerun Mystery Way. It's a really fun event, I'm really happy that they did it, and they've even enhanced it. This was a really good move by NHN all around. It's exciting to see them listen, bring back a good event that we enjoy, and enhance it with great coins. In case you aren't familiar with the Mystery Way event, it's similar to Yo-kai Watch 2, where you go throughout Mystery Way battling yokai, and when you reach the end, you fight Goldie Bones as a boss. He's the same thing as Yo-kai Watch 2, which means that he's the same thing as a reskin of Gutsy Bones, though Gutsy Bones doesn't appear in Wibble Wobble, so he's sort of an original boss. And the main important reason why you want to fight him isn't because you can recruit him like you can with Gargaros and Orkanos, but it's because he drops Crank-a-kai coins. Unlike Mystery Way and Yo-kai Watch 2, he doesn't drop mystery coins because mystery coins are sort of a different thing in this game. Instead, he just drops a random Crank-a-kai coin. As you can see here, they say the following coins have been added as rewards compared to last time. We now have all great coins, or the coin Gs, in Goldie Bones' drop pool. My friend Robert calculated that they are very, very intensely rare, as in if you get 1 out of 100 Goldie Bones runs, you're very lucky. So, kind of difficult to get them, but it's great to have them in the pool. There's like a 1 in 3 chance of actually getting any sort of coin from Goldie Bones, so it's certainly fun to grind him. If you don't have a good Y money making team, then he's pretty good to grind actually in hopes of getting a good special coin and cranking out that Pepion finally. Or Swalterior. So yeah, I suggest having fun with this event. I really like it. It's a good change of pace. And although you aren't making as much money as you could if you were grinding Massiface, it's still fun to play. It's still mixing things up, and we've got some good stages to explore. So I certainly don't mind it. In terms of other updates to the game, we do have Happier Awoken in the Crank-a-kai. And you might be wondering, Leafy, why aren't we doing a Happier Awoken Crank-a-kai party? We always do Crank-a-kai parties for Awoken Yokai. And although that may be true, let's take a look at the Crank-a-kai contents. You might be like, Leafy, why would we look at the Crank-a-kai contents? They said Happier Awoken is in the Crank-a-kai, and that's really all that should be in there, right? Well, we look at the contents, and it turns out, just right off the bat, we have Venoct Awoken. So that means that Happier Awoken's pull rate is cut in half. Even if you get to the chance of pulling this week's Awoken Yokai, or rather, that normal chance, you then only have a 50% chance of pulling Happier Awoken. So imagine all of that money, all of that struggle that you had pouring into the Crank-a-kai in an attempt to pull QB Awoken, Arachnus Awoken, Total Dude Awoken, and those guys. Now double that, multiply that by 2, and that's how difficult it would normally be to get Happier Awoken if they didn't mess with the Crank-a-kai further. You're like, well, how can they mess up the Crank-a-kai even more? Well, we're scrolling down, and we see all these S ranks, and it's like, oh, okay, Cruncha, Snartle, Demuncher, Camellia, QB, the normal guys. Kingmera, Demona, Gibanyanya S, Komasan S, Swalterior, Pepion, Eterna, Sandy, and Venoct. Well, you know, that's the normal stuff. Nothing looks different to me. I mean, I don't really see what NHN could have done to the Crank-a-kai. I mean, we have Zero with our A ranks, as always, the classic Zero, and Lionheart, and Casanova, and Robonyan. Wait a second. Yeah, that's right. NHN has rotated almost every A rank in the Crank-a-kai, and every B rank in the Crank-a-kai except for 1. Out for new, useless guys, except for Dracunyan and Null, who are very good. So, most of my Crank-a-kai progress has been reset. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 yokai, new yokai to max out in order to get back to where I was in the Crank-a-kai. And 13 yokai, maxing out 13 yokai, if each one costs 100,000 Y money to crank, this is assuming we don't pull any X-Borbs, then it would take me just about 1,000,000 Y money to regain my Crank-a-kai progress. But as if that isn't frustrating enough, NHN has added mini soul secrets and small soul secrets. So if you watched my Crank-a-kai, how the Crank-a-kai works video, if you haven't, then I highly suggest you check it out. It's actually on this channel, Abdallah's channel. You might know that additional items in the Crank-a-kai really hurt your chances of pulling soul secrets. Because basically, after you get past all of the yokai, the game would say, well, are you going to pull soul secrets? And you have so-and-so chance of pulling soul secrets, and so-and-so chance of pulling X-Borbs. But now, you have so-and-so chance of pulling mini soul secrets, then so-and-so chance of pulling X-Borbs, and if you pass up to the next tier, you have a chance to pull small soul secrets or X-Borbs, and then you have a chance to pull soul secrets or X-Borbs. So, it's intensely difficult to pull soul secrets right now. The Filthy Goat, the only person in the entire game to have this Crank-a-kai maxed out, due to the fact that he's maxing out every yokai anyway, has determined that the soul secrets rate has just about been cut in half. I think he had an 8 or 9% chance, or rather actual pull rate, when doing 100 cranks, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he tweeted that. So that's very sad. As a result, we aren't doing a Crank-a-kai party right now. I'm really hoping NHN switches this out with the original Crank-a-kai. NHN, if you're hearing this, everybody's very unhappy with this. I don't think a single player is happy with this new Crank-a-kai, so please change it back. So, we're gonna do a couple of Y Money Crank-a-kais, just because we got some Y Money from a score attack, so it's like, hey, why not? Doesn't hurt. Maybe we'll get lucky with Happy Air. This is gonna be, you know, something bad. Aegon. Nothing great. He was actually my first pull in the first crank. I woke up on Monday morning, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll crank for Happy Air. Happy Air is probably, or not Happy Air, Venoct. I'm like, oh, Venoct's probably in the crank. I'll see if I crank Venoct with my, new score attack money. Because I hadn't actually, looked at the news yet. So I was like, oh, maybe we'll get Venoct. I have 9,000, whatever. And I do a crank, and Aegon pops out. And I'm like, what the heck? So I check the Crank-a-kai content, and, have all that unpleasant surprises. Rainpaw jumps out to meet you. George asks, if this is permanent, what will you do? I'm not entirely sure. I won't be happy, that's for sure. So, this is our last Y Money crank that we'll do until we earn some more money on the stages, where we might do 1 or 2 more cranks. Whoa, Lionheart. Not a bad pull, that's for sure. Not a pull that we want if they're going to be rotating out this Crank-a-kai. And we've got some Crank-a-kai coins. In fact, a lot of them that I've been saving for you guys. So let's do some cranks on those too. Zariboss says, to be honest, I wouldn't be that mad at the crank if it wasn't for the mini and small soul secrets. It's seriously a dumb move. Yeah, they defeat the purpose of them. So mini and small soul secrets were actually added to benefit the players in the Dream Roulette and Puni Puni. But in our Crank-a-kai, they actually worked against us, resulting in us getting smaller than average soul secrets per crank. It's going the opposite direction that Puni is. You know, I kind of agree with you, Exploration Eevee. He says it seems like they're trying to make us leave this game. NHN consistently does a lot of things that are anti-player, as I like to phrase it, and this is certainly a big move showing that they're out of sync. Moderator Zarivas says, this crank is pretty close to that of Puni's, so there's a chance it could be permanent, but it's not close to that of Puni's. We don't have any of the Momotaro Nyan. We only have Kiwi Nyan, which is interesting. We don't have Gachi Nyan. We're missing a few other guys, too. So I'm really crossing my fingers that it's not permanent, and even if it is intended to be permanent, if NHN is sort of in sync with the player base, then I feel like they'll swap it back out. Sponsor Crimson says it would be pleasant if they added unpleasant to the Crank-a-kai. That would be nice. I see Sponsor Coma Cameron agrees with that. He's very difficult to grind up. Joshua 2 Gaming asks, Leafy and Mystery Way, what is the chance of getting a special coins on each Goldie Bones? I don't know about each Goldie Bones, but Ultra Goldie Bones has around like a 1 or 2% chance, I think. It's not that high. Really not high at all. Geez, the Ottawa Pictures, I'm so sorry. He says, I spent $80 more on this game, and I haven't gotten anything good. The only good thing that I got was Kiwi Nyan. I mean, if the only good thing that you're getting is a B rank, then that just goes to show the quality of this current Crank-a-kai. Got Negative Buzz, alright. Not exactly a great pull. Bonzer Crimson says, I know, right? Well, at least he was on the Scramble Battle coins, so that was really good. That's right, Unpleasant was on the Scramble Battle coins. All of the Wicked bosses were. Death Madness asks, when's the next Fantasy Life video or stream? So I actually am covering Level 5's new game. So Level 5 is the creator of Yo-kai Watch, and they came out with a new game recently called Fantasy Life Online. I did some coverage, and I think it's some of the only English coverage online. There might be a couple of other videos, but only a few other people did cover it. So check out my YouTube channel if you're interested in that, youtube.com/101leafy. There's a link to that in the description. I did a live stream, and then I did a pre-recorded feature on the first in-game area. It was the closed beta, so that's the last you'll see of that version of the game. Hopefully Level 5 decides to release the full game soon, since they did promise that it would be released in April. But they keep pushing it back, which is unfortunate, because I'm really excited about it. But if you're interested in how it plays, then go ahead and check that out. Unfortunately, since we don't know when the game will be coming, I don't have more content planned at the moment. At least for Fantasy Life Online. Hey Owen, how's it going? He asks, Leafy, how are you today? Hope you're having an outstanding day, take care. Doing alright Owen, kinda sick, but doing alright other than that. Love hanging with you guys. Buchinyan jumps out to meet us, so this is our first instance of a movie yokai in the Great Coins, the Coin Gs. So they actually did add Buchinyan to the pink Coin Gs, Dark Nyan to the purple Coin Gs, and Hubbard Nyan to the red Coin Gs, and this is the first of those guys that I've pulled. Pretty exciting. One final pink Coin G here. This is something good. Awesome, Swelterior. So we need 3 more to max out Swelterior, though that's not as exciting since we have all these garbage yokai in our crank now. So we're going to start working our way through Mystery Way here now. If you have any requests for my team, feel free to make them in the chat, and I will sub out some of my yokai if I can. This seems like a good team to me. Yeah, that's good. Got Slurpent, always need him, and some strong brave attackers. Death Madness asks, 101 Leafy, because there's no Fantasy Life Online, what's the next upload on your YouTube channel? Hope you feel better. Oh, thank you. My next upload is... I'm trying to decide on that right now. Probably something about Psychic Specters. I might do something about exciting things to expect from the game, like my favorites or something. Because I'll be putting up a feature on Mount Wildwood about that today. It took me a little while to put that up, sorry. But I will be putting that up tonight, and I might turn that into a video of sorts. See, Slurpent, use Pandal. Oh man, I should really level up my Pandal for you guys. Just so that we can use an actually useful Pandal on stream. So, these stages aren't too difficult, we can sort of take our time and just sort of link people up here. However, here's the thing. Level 5 themselves told me that this Mystery Way, this time around, for this year, is made 50% harder than last year's. So we gotta prepare for some challenge in the future, because it actually does get quite tough. Red Ruler says, Leafy, watch out for Ultra Goldie Bones. That's right. He is the most powerful boss in the game right now. Or rather, to ever be in the game. He deals over 1,000 damage. Kind of intense. Gonna go stage 2 here. I actually did run through it already. I thought that the Mystery Way event would end on Sunday, because it was introduced on Tuesday, so I did it myself. But, you know, it's running this week too, so why not run through it together? And get some stars as we go. Oh geez, Sponsor Crimson wants me to choose Pitapat. That's certainly a request. Pitapat isn't the best, unfortunately. I wish he was better, because I kind of like him. Hey, it's moderator Christina. She says, Leafy, I'm here. Sorry, I was playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for your help, Christina. I know moderator Zariboss is here as well. So thank you guys, always, for coming. Jacob Spencer says, I heard about that Sanrio event. What a missed opportunity for America. Jeez, I thought I was negative about the localization. You always have some input on that. I personally don't think it was a missed opportunity for America. There wasn't really anything for them to miss. When it comes to licensing, you actually have to pay a ton of money, especially to a company like Sanrio. So it probably just wouldn't pan out for us. Sponsor Adrian says, Leafy, can you please do a movie event team? Maximus N, Illuminac from the Event Crane, Covernyan, Darknyan, and Buchinyan. I like that, actually. That's a good team idea. So, Illuminact. But, you know, we kind of have to keep slurping on there. We need him. He's the best. Where's Buchinyan? So, I actually don't have Darknyan, so it works out. We need Yo-kai Guts K or Moxie Boy. Right here. And who's the last one? Illuminac, Hovernyan, where is he? Alright, fresh, level 1. Moderator Zarivas asks, Leafy, what do you think about the Sanrio event? And he points out that a lot of other people have been asking that too. I think it's really cute. It's like super adorable. They have Hello Kitty and My Melody and Gudetama, that egg dude. It's really, really adorable. I hope that we get it. I don't think we will, but I really hope that we do. Taylor asks, Leafy, do you play Fire Emblem Heroes? And if so, are you pulling for Hector on the new banner? I do play it. I love it. I am not pulling for Hector. I was pulling for Azura. I think that she would be really good on my current team. And also, Anna's just objectively better than Hector in, you know, every way, obviously. So I was not pulling for Hector. My friend Johnny, though, he pulled 2 Hector in his recent summoning session. Like, his very first summon was a Hector, and then later on he pulled the second one, and I have no idea how that happens. Darivas says, I missed out on Darknyan too. Yeah, Darknyan was rarer than S ranks during the movie event. And they also have the bright idea to make that right after Yo-kai Watch 2 released. So that was interesting. Death Madness asks, Leafy, will Busters be out after Psychic Spectres? Oh, absolutely. If you guys are interested in my opinion on the game's localizations, you know, when Yo-kai Watch 3 is coming to America, when Busters is coming, if Sangokshi will come, then check out my video on my channel, youtube.com/101leafy. There's a link to my channel in the description. I run through every Japanese Yo-kai Watch game and talk about my opinion on when they'll be localized, and how they're sort of confirmed by level 5 themselves, or an extension of them. Oh, Zarivas, that's so sad. He says, Leafy, I really hate how in the Sanrio event, all the event yokai wave goodbye to you when you kill them, and no one actually dies. And no, he says, one actually cries. I misread that. That's so sad. That's so sad. J-Top Cone says, Leafy, your next video should be about how strong Pandal is. Maybe it will be. Shine! We're just gonna charge up Hovernyan here so we can showcase his ultimate. It's pretty cool. Moxie! We need one more right here. Luigi the Yokai King asks, Leafy, will Liberty Neon be re-released? Oh, definitely. We'll get Liberty Neon again for this 4th of July. Ethan asks, anyone have suggestions on how to befriend Shadow Venoct? No. There's no advice to give for befriending yokai, unfortunately. It's all random luck. Just feed them, donate to the shrine at Mount Wildwood, and that's about all you can do. Owen asks, Sleepy, can you use Zero, please? Yeah, sure. Let's, we will try to get into Fever Time here. We can use a ton of ultimates at once. Help me, Mr. Memes asks, hey Leafy, why don't you stream on your channel? I do stream. I don't stream Wibble Wobble on Mondays, but I occasionally stream Wibble Wobble on my channel, and I do other streams too. Like I did Fantasy Life Online beta on Friday, and every Saturday I play games with my subscribers. So right now we're playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe every Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Time. Feel free to join us for that, super fun. And then when ARMS comes out, we'll play ARMS, and when Splatoon comes out, we'll play Splatoon 2, and then we'll rotate between the three. Jacob Spencer, good question. He asks, Leafy, how long do you think the 3DS will last? Well, let me say a statement. This is Nintendo. Even though we're releasing a new handheld platform, we want to make it clear to consumers that we will still continue to support our previous handheld platform. So, we are releasing a new model of our previous handheld platform despite already releasing the first model of our newest handheld platform, and we hope that you continue to enjoy our continued support of our old handheld platform. DS users, does that sound familiar? Game Boy Advance users, does that sound familiar? Yeah, I think the 3DS has a good year left in it, but if the 3DS has new releases by Nintendo past 2018, I will be extremely shocked. I don't think that's gonna happen. Honestly, I think that Yo-kai Watch release has the potential to be Nintendo's last release for the 3DS. Whatever Yo-kai Watch release that may be. Yeah. Let's see. Zarivas says, Hydabat Awoken will probably be hard to get to, like Happy Air. But, you know, Hydabat's not good, and Happy Air is. So that might have been part of NHM's issue. They wanted to make him difficult to get since they knew people would want him. Wow, you guys are being so harsh on the 3DS. Personally, I've been spoiled by the Switch. It's so beautiful. The screen is not 240p, which is incredible after the DS and 3DS. So I would prefer if everything was on Switch, but you know, financially it is a good idea for Nintendo to continue releasing things, and people are like, why is Nintendo making new games for the 3DS? But they're not making new games, they're finishing up old games. Hey Pikmin was obviously in development for a couple of years, Ever Oasis was as well, and Grezzo is most familiar with the 3DS out of everything. What else? That's about it. Fire Emblem Heroes is getting a port, but that's not even Nintendo, that's Koei Tecmo. Trying to think. I mean, the new Fire Emblem is coming to Switch next year. That should tell you everything. Shadows of Valentia was obviously in development for a few years. What else? You know, Yo-kai Watch was already on 3DS in Japan, so there's no reason why they should make an entirely separate Switch version. Thunder the Yoshi Wolf asks, Leafy, can you battle Goldie Bones multiple times to get multiple coins? Yeah, of course you can. You can just keep grinding him. If you actually want me to, then we'll see how much time we have in the stream. Honorary Zarivas asks, what do you think of Howard's score in Score Attack? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Taylor Grogan says that he doesn't think Yo-kai Watch is possible on the Switch, but actually, a lot of people didn't really notice this, but Yo-kai Watch can be played entirely using buttons. You don't need to use the touchscreen at all. Kind of awkward, but you don't. Will 5 also already has single screen stuff worked out for Yo-kai Watch since they're doing Yo-kai Watch for mobile. Father Crimson asks, Leafy, which Ultimate animation do you prefer in Wibwob, Uber Geeko, or Happy Air Awoken? Well, fun fact, Awoken had the same Ultimates as their normal counterparts. I think Uber Geeko has the cooler one. Tigray says, I just really hate the region locking on 3DS, and I want Nintendo to move on from it. Yeah, region locking is no fun, which is why I'm super happy that Nintendo has no region locking on the Switch, and it's super easy to download from any region's eShop on the Switch. That is so awesome. Props to Nintendo for that. Link 15 or more Wibwobs and get a combo of 20 or more. Brody Tavery asks, Leafy, how would you feel if next week they added every yokai ever to make Hydabat Awoken impossible to get? I'd be frustrated, because I like shady yokai. But at the same time, we'd have every yokai ever in the crank, which means that we'd have Blast Bushinyan, right guys? Yato! I love him. He's awesome. Super Wolf Puppy asks, Leafy, are you excited about the new game coming to Switch? There are a lot of new games coming to Switch. You'll have to specify what you mean by that. But I'm most excited for ARMS. I'm super hyped for it. All of the character designs are so cool. It's by the Mario Kart 8 team, in case you guys didn't know, which means that it's going to be super high quality. The music is awesome, just everything looks so cool. The gameplay looks super in-depth. And in case you guys didn't catch it, they had the ARMS Invitational, or rather a second one, over last weekend, and it was so intense. A literal 10-year-old got to like the semifinals, and it was awesome. There was a guy that wore a cardboard mask over his head, like he literally took a cardboard box, put a slit in it for his eyes, 2 slits for his glasses, and just put it over his head. There were a lot of really wacky people there. It was fun. And they showcased, you know, skins, like alternate colors for the characters, lots of cool things. I'm really excited for that game. Jacob Spencer asks, will the Switch's price ever drop? I mean, you really shouldn't be asking for a price drop right now. Nintendo's probably going low enough as is. But yeah, eventually it will. Everything does. Billy Nolan says, Leafy! Please say why you're using Buchinyan and Hovernyan, because someone asked me to. I'll switch them out, don't worry. I'll switch them out. And the Victini says, the Vita isn't region locked either. Sony had the no region lock on the Vita before Nintendo. Well, actually, the DS wasn't region locked. So Nintendo had no region lock before the Vita. I have a Vita, though. I'm one of 50 people in the world to have a Vita. I like it. It has Danganronpa, and I imported the IA Rhythm game. That was fun. BT Colorful. What else do I have? Gravity Rush was good. They had some good stuff. Digimon Cyber Sleuth, though I never played it. Luigi the Yokai King asks, Leafy, how do you get Hovernyan? He's in the Red Coin G, thank you Zari Boss, and he was also in the movie event. So if we get the second movie event this year, hopefully, then you'll get him in that as well. Oh yeah, Owen asked me to use Zero. Sorry, I'll swap out Blazion Awoken for him. They're basically the same thing. Just Zero's a lot weaker. Hey Coolio-kun, how's it going? He says, love yours and Abdallah's content. Thank you so much. Whoa, Abdallah says he was thinking of buying a Vita to compete in PAX tournaments. I'm not sure what PAX tournaments you'd compete in, but wouldn't that be your first Sony system? I remember you saying when I asked you that you actually don't have any Sony systems, so that would be kind of funny. Vita has some good games on it. Like, it's a lot of Japanese games. If you don't like Japanese games, then you wouldn't like the Vita. That was kind of Sony's main issue. It sold really well in Japan, But in America, the guys that like Sony are like, oh, Uncharted and Madden and NBA and stuff, Grand Theft Auto, and the Vita didn't get any of that, but they got like Super Japanese Boogaloo 5, so a lot of those people liked it. It's an interesting system, kind of underappreciated. But in the end, the 3DS reigned supreme. It sold like, I don't want to throw out numbers because I'd be incorrect, but it sold many times more than the Vita did. It crushed it, which was awesome. I thought 3DS was, honestly, one of Nintendo's strongest systems. It has such an expansive library. It has a ton of games, and it lasted a while too. Oh, Abdallah says I've got Jess's PS2 laying around. Oh, funny. PS2 had some good games. I mean, I thought GameCube, even though it was the underdog of that generation, I thought GameCube was a really good system. It had Sunshine. Sunshine's the best one. Aw, geez, Jacob Spencer is like, man, I do not want Yo-kai Watch 3's soft resetting system. And yeah, that's rough. For those of you who don't know, Yo-kai Watch 3 saves as you fight a yokai that's a daily battle. Do you know how in daily battles on Yo-kai Watch 1 and 2, you fight them, if you don't recruit them, you just turn your 3DS off without saving, and you fight them again? Well now, after you agree to fighting a daily battle yokai in Yo-kai Watch 3, the game saves. So it saves the fact that you've already fought them on that day. So you really do have to wait a day to fight them, which caused some interesting competitive disparity on the launch of the game. There were people that had, like, Last Bushinyan as soon as the game started. There were people that didn't have him until a month later because he's really difficult to recruit. All of the card yokai, I think, are daily battles. There was a lot of crazy stuff in Yo-kai Watch 3 that were daily battles. P-Gray says, I only got a PSP to play Mega Man Powered Up. I almost did that, actually. I almost got a PSP to play Powered Up. I love Mega Man. I think they haven't made a new game in a very long time. The next game that they'll be making is probably for the cartoon. You know, as long as the cartoon tie-in game is good, I'm good. That's what I say about that. Dogen Young Gamer asking me about friending on Wibwob. I have no spaces. Sorry, guys. Monster Druid said, I own a lot of systems. Oh, I have a lot of systems too. You know, every system has good games on it, so at some point, you just feel the urge to buy a system. Though I feel like I've never had the urge to buy one of Microsoft's systems. All of the good stuff on them, except for Jet Set Radio Future, is on PC. Like Sea of Thieves? That's gonna be good, but that's on Windows 10. Abdallah says, I still can't believe we got Last Bushinyan during the Yo-kai Watch 3 Let's Play. That was crazy. Last Bushinyan is so cool. I'm not sure I'd say that he's my favorite of the American Legends. I think Kirakoma is a little cooler, but Last Bushinyan is definitely really cool. I love his voice. Cheese Chap says, wait, I'm confused. Leafy is playing on Abdallah's channel, but Abdallah is live chatting and Leafy is surprised. Were you hired, Leafy? No, I was not hired or anything like that. I do this for exposure and because it's fun being with you guys. And Abdallah, is chatting with you guys because it's fun to chat with you. I wasn't surprised, per se. I was just happy to see him chatting. Because, you know, it's a busy guy. But when he does chat, it's super fun. Moderator Christina says, Abdallah, I feel like after Nefarious, the Yo-kai Watch games feel bad and just gave you more luck. You have really good luck in Yo-kai Watch 2. Christina, don't even. I remember sitting down one day, and I was just spending hours trying to get Nefarious. He is so difficult to get. He was really rare. You're talking about Yo-kai Watch 1, right? You were super rare for me. Alright, we're coming up on Goldie Bones, the first one, the basic one. This is easy mode Goldie Bones. You know, Theo still hit pretty hard. Still hit pretty hard. Cheese Chaps asks, well, Cheese Chaps thinks that level 5 helped make the Switch. They did not. However, look at that, 423 attack on a basic stage. However, they did agree with Nintendo. They said, we want to make games for the Switch, and they're listed as developing a game for the Switch right now. So I think we're definitely getting Yo-kai Watch on Switch. Definitely getting Inazuma 11 on Switch. Snack World. Maybe Megaton Musashi. Who knows? Level 5 has some good stuff in store for Switch though. Maybe Fantasy Life Online? That would be nice. Jacob Spencer says, Leafy, how about that infinite tunnel in Yo-kai Watch 2? Oh, don't even get me started. That thing is so monotonous. What's your high score on the infinite tunnel, guys? I honestly can't remember mine. I just sort of got in and got out after a while. Alright, so finally we have the bandage off, and bam. So in case you haven't played Yo-kai Watch 2, Goldie Bones takes no damage on his head, takes a ton of damage on his heart. So he's very, very ungrindable for money in this game, since your damage is effectively cut in half during fever time. Field Inspection asks, how does Goldie Bones work? Does it rarely drop a coin when you battle it? Yep, he always has a chance to to drop a coin when you battle him. Yokai always have a chance to drop some sort of item, and Goldie Bones items are Crank-a-kai coins. As you saw, we did just get a yellow coin, and we'll be cranking that at the end of the stream. Joshua's high score on the Infinite Tunnel is 50,000. Dylan Nolan says 10,000. Those are some good scores. I've seen maxed out 99,999 on YouTube from Japanese players. Thanks, Abdallah. I see. We got the mods in the chat, but I put in some work during the loading screens. Naruto says, Leafy, how's your day been? It's been alright. I was kind of hoping for something new in the or not in the Crank-a-kai, but in Wibble Wobble in general. But we still have Mystery Way, which is good to play with you guys. Hopefully we get some new content next week. I'm thinking another Scramble Battle. We should have one this month, and we should have one next month, so that'll be really fun. I hope that we don't have a reskinned Yo-Egg Scramble Battle, or Yo-Cake Scramble Battle, though. That would make me really happy if it was new. If we get Sangokshi this month, I will freak out. Like, I will play that so much if we get the Sangokshi Scramble Battle. That'll be a stream to remember if we actually do get that. We probably won't, though. We'll probably get the Yo Flower event. Maybe Popcorn would be really cool, but that's all American Yokai. Valentine's is technically reskinnable for us. Yeah, at least reskin something. You know, you can reskin Popcorn. Replace Inaho with, I don't know, Nathaniel, or somebody. Because the Popcorn Scramble Battle is Inaho versus Keita versus Fumi. So we would probably get, Nate, Katie, and Nathaniel, maybe? I don't know. Abdallah says, dude, that'll confirm localized Yokai Sangokshi. Right? That's what I'm saying. If you guys have seen the video on my channel about how I think that every Yo-kai Watch game has been confirmed for America, hopefully, then you would have seen that I said NHN has shown intent to localize Yokai Sangokshi content for Wibble Wobble. When we asked NHN last year, when we had a direct channel of communication with them, they said, yes, we want to bring everything from Puni to Wibble Wobble, and that does include Sangokshi. So, if we actually do end up getting it, then that shows, hey, we're getting Yokai Sangokshi, as Abdallah said. However, here's the thing. Viz Media in Europe, I don't know about Viz Media in America, but Viz Media in Europe, it's not that they don't want to, it's that they don't want to. I need a better way to phrase that. But they don't actively not want to localize Yokai Sangokshi. But Viz Media doesn't show intent. They don't actually find it interesting or worth their time. It's not like they have any sort of malice towards it. They just, they mapped out the next few years and they did not include Yokai Sangokshi in their schedule, unfortunately. So if you guys do want to see Yokai Sangokshi localized, then please, tweet with hashtag localized Yokai Sangokshi. Email Level 5 Abby. They have a support email, or not a support email, but like a suggestion email. So if you email them saying, hey, we want to see Yokai Sangokshi be localized, there is an audience for this, then maybe that'll work. Level 5 really listens to the fans. They watch all of our content. I know Level 5 watches all my videos. So, they really do listen to us. They really do care. They're a very dedicated team. So if we do show that we really want Sangokshi, then hopefully maybe that could convince them to localize it. I mean, if we got Pokemon Conquest, then we can get Yokai Sangokshi. Because Pokemon Conquest is literally the same thing. It's Nobunaga's Ambition, which is a little different, not literally the same thing as Three Kingdoms, but it's by the same company. It's Koei Tecmo teaming up with a kids creature collecting franchise to make a tactics game that's super mega hyper Japanese. So you know, I mean, Pokemon has always been much more open to displaying its Japaneseness to American audiences. It has never censored any of that stuff. They always keep the Japanese names and stuff, in terms of locations and person names mainly. They never hide the fact that the first few games take place in Japan. So that's a little difficult thing, but still, it could happen. It should happen. So make sure to tweet with hashtag localized Sungokshi, or localized YS. Because that game is really good. It's Fire Emblem with Yo-kai Watch, for those of you who don't know, who haven't seen Abdallah's playthrough of it. He did some streams at some point. It's a cool game. It's Fire Emblem with Yo-kai Watch. I love Fire Emblem. I love Yo-kai Watch. So how would I not want to play this game? Gamers Online thinking that level 5 is NHN. So there's a difference. NHN is the developer of Wibble Wobble. Level 5 is the developer of mainline games, Fantasy Life Online, and Yo-kai Watch for mobile. So don't blame Level 5 for most of the things that happen with Wibble Wobble. Level 5 controls exactly what Yo-kai NHN is allowed to feature. So they say, NHN, you can't put in Last Bushinyan yet. We haven't announced him. But other than that, all of the decisions are NHN. So this new Crank-a-kai, all of the events that they run, everything like that, that's all NHN. Do not blame Level 5 for that. Level 5 has very little hand in it. Well, Zarivos says that Pokemon, the series, did censor some Japanese stuff, but I blame that on the 4Kids stuff. Yeah, I was talking about the games, not the anime. Anime's kind of a different story. Jacob Spencer says 49,326 meters, perfect example of change, was my score. I really wanted Swalterior since no one wanted to trade one away. He's talking about the Infinite Tunnel. People ask me how I made it that far, and all I tell them is it takes dedication and time for Europe. Yeah, Europe's a little behind on the Infinite Tunnel, probably. Except for people like Pigray that just imported it. Hayo S asks, Leafy, I got a question. What's your favorite Oni? Out of the big ones? Probably, I think Orkanos is really cool. Gargaros is the most useful. And Orgrilis is kind of the odd one out. He's a magic user, so I gotta give him props for that. I love Orgrilis. I think overall, probably just Gargaros. I mean, he's very useful. He's really useful, as you'll see in Psychic Specters. In terms of all Oni yokai, I don't know. Maybe I'll still stick with Gargaros. Sponsor Crimson asks, Leafy, what's your favorite Great Man Legend yokai? That's a really good question. Probably, I think Darwin's really cool. Darwin's super cool. Edison's alright. I don't know much about their viability, aside from in Wibble Wobble. I think Darwin's the coolest, though. Joshua True Gaming asks, Leafy, can you tell me how I was able to pull Kamajiro S in the Crank-a-kai in Wibble Wobble? You used a Scramble Battle coin, or you pulled him during one of the Y Money events. Garrett Naruto asks, Leafy, should I buy a PS4 Persona 5 theme, or be cheap and take a screen capture and use that? Well, all of the PS4 Persona 5 themes have Persona 5 background music. Unfortunately, you can't swap between them, but I know... I have the Sakura one, obviously, the Futaba one. And what does hers play? I haven't loaded up my PS4 in like a week or two. It plays a good one, though. I'm currently looking for the one that plays Tokyo Emergency. If you know that, then please let me know, because I'll have to switch over to that one. I mean, that's my favorite free time music. So if you find one that plays Tokyo Emergency, please tell me. But that's why I wouldn't recommend doing a screen cap, because you don't get the music. Or the icons, they have cool icons. Sorry to say asks, there's a Charles Darwin yokai, loosely based on him. I don't think, well, I guess Darwin actually is dead, right? So, he's kind of a yokai-ish, but, just inspired by him and his design. So they have Darwin, they have Edison, they have, what are the other ones? I can't remember. They have a couple more, though. Yeah, I agree, Jacob Spencer. He says, I don't know why they changed the measurement yards from meters in Yo-kai Watch 2 Japanese version. Yards are very different, logically speaking. Yeah, they're different units of measurement for sure. So that changes things, right? kind of similar to a lot of things, like they made it dollars instead of yen or euros in the European version. Columbus says $1. Thank you. I forgot about Columbus. So you have Columbus, who's really cool, and then you have, he's not a great man legend, but you have Necolumbus, which is the cat Columbus guy, who's really cute. They have Columbus. Right. Columbus is pretty good in Wibble Wobble. He makes a ball, which isn't great, but when you pop it, it pops everything on the screen. Plus, he's brave, so if you're brave, you're kind of good already. It's just an inherent goodness that comes with being brave. Omar asks, Sleepy, will you do a Puni Puni Sanrio event? With a very hopeful emoji there. Unfortunately, no, I do not play Puni Puni. I am too invested in Wibble Wobble. If they keep this Crankakai, then maybe I might start putting time into Puni. I'm not sure. Derpy Gamer 5000 asks, Leafy, who's your favorite yokai? I didn't answer this on the last stream because I answered on most of them. So I'll give you guys this one. Tetsuya and Kantetsu, or Wide Awake and All Nighta. I like them. They're cool. They're me. They make you stay up all night playing video games. And I thought his episode was really funny in the anime. I also like, I really like Kirakoma. I like most of Yo-kai Watch's designs, honestly. One of its greatest strengths is that its designs are so consistently good. I don't like some of the Heartful yokai. I don't like Mama Aura or Auntie Heart. I think they're very ugly. But I like most of the yokai designs, yeah. I think they're all pretty cool. Oh jeez! Thinkhead23 says, Leafy, did you get Happy or Awoken? I got him on my first crank in the last event. Whoa! Look at this guy over here. That is so lucky! How? Robert spent like 900,000, 800,000 trying to get Happy or Awoken. P-Gray spent like 500,000. I'm not even trying. Underboss S, not Underboss S, but Underboss Alukins spent quite a lot as well. You are so lucky. You are so lucky. That is awesome. Lucio Gomez says, Leafy, I like your streams. Short and simple. Thank you. I like them too, I think. I don't actually go back and watch them. But I do enjoy holding them for you guys. I really love talking to you. So thanks to everybody that comes by. If you enjoy these streams, make sure to subscribe for more Wibble Wobble streams on Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time every single week. And leave a like because it helps with YouTube's SEO. And of course, check me out at 101 Leafy. I'm on Twitter, where I tweet about games and stuff, memes sometimes. I give updates on my YouTube channel. YouTube.com/101Leafy. There's a link to that in the description. I cover general Nintendo games, Yo-kai Watch mainly. Every Saturday, I like to play games with my subscribers. Currently, we're playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So, if you want to play that, then feel free to stop on by. Last week, I reigned supreme just by a hair. My friend Happy almost beat me by a few points. So, if you think you can beat us, then feel free to stop by. Saturdays at 6 p.m. Central. And I'm also working on covering Level 5's new game, Fantasy Life Online. It's by the creators of Yo-kai Watch, so if you like Yo-kai Watch and Yo-kai Watch Wibble Wobble, you'll like this. It's Japanese only, but, you know, I narrate in English and stuff, so it works out. Super fun game, super fun game. So check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/101Leafy for that. Owen asks Leafy, will you do some coverage of Psychic Spectres? Owen, when Psychic Spectres comes out, you will not believe everything that will be on my channel. You just will not be able to believe it. I don't want to spoil any of the surprises, but there will be a ton of content as soon as the game comes out, and frequent, regular content for a very long time after that. Since that's going to be the main Yo-kai Watch game for a while. It's going to be crazy. Just watch, Owen. Get excited, because I will have a ton of Psychic Spectres content. Not Let's Plays, but analysis, strategies, all of the top stuff. Because I do run MountWildwood.net, which is the largest online Yo-kai Watch community, and we are very competitive. We love competitive Yo-kai Watch, and we run tournaments every week when the game is active, so when Psychic Spectres comes back up. And you can bet that I'll be publishing articles, pushing out videos like nobody's business. It's gonna be awesome. And I do have some collaborations planned as well, so, you know, if you know any of the cool guys that I like to work with sometimes on Yo-kai Watch stuff, you might have an idea of some of the exciting stuff to expect. I don't want to spoil any of it, but we will have some pretty cool stuff in store. Plays! Lucas Leaf says, Leafy, please judge my team. Max Shogun Yawn, fantastic. Max D-Muncher, fantastic. Max Snartle, could not be better. Level 49 Blazion Awoken, and level 20 Cruncher. Dude, that's an awesome team. You listen, you enjoy the team critiques that I give. And I props to you for that. You got a really good team, Lucas Leaf. Brave teams, always good. Where are we? Do Odin's stage yet? I don't think so. Basic says, Abdallah, I have your Yo-kai Watch 2 team, except I have Hainomi, not Sailor Neon. Well, I'm not Abdallah, but I couldn't resist commenting, I'm not a big fan of healers. It's really offense over defense in Yo-kai Watch, most of the time. I have a very silly cheese team in Yo-kai Watch 2 that I will definitely be doing a feature on when Psychic Spectres comes. And basically the goal is to either sudden death your enemy, or to make your enemy kill themselves. It's very silly, very troll. It's super fun to use. Benicio asks, Leafy, should I use Demona? No, she's awful. Sometimes I like to keep the suggestions a little short and sweet there. No, she's awful. Omar says, keep up with the live streams, Leafy, they're getting good. Well, I don't know if I should be offended or encouraged by that, implying that my previous live streams weren't good. But thank you very much for the support, Omar. I really appreciate it. I think I improve every time, and I think that's very important. So yes, I do think that they're getting better. Abdallah says, Leafy, judge my team. Schmoopy, 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 and schmoopy. Well, Abdallah, I think that you have some strong, charming unity. You have some, is this Yo-kai Watch 2 or Wibwob? It's Wibwob, because you have 5 members. So, popularity, as you may know, is almost entirely useless in Wibwob. So I love how all of your yokai have popularity ultimates. C rank is going to get you some very lackluster stats, so that's a good decision right there. And Schmoopy does not evolve in Wibwob, so I think that you're making a really good investment by using him on your team. Because if you don't evolve him, then you won't waste all your levels, so you can level him up to 50, level up his ultimate to 7, no problem, no regrets. 10 out of 10 team, 11 out of 10 team actually. Exceeded my expectations. Sponsor Crimson says, Leafy, is this Fire Emblem Heroes team good? Anna, Donald, and Donald. I'd suggest swapping out one Donald for one Anna, but currently we're limited, so I think you have a good team of the objectively coolest and best characters in the game right there, Crimson. Mark Rosenberg asking a question that is incorrect. Leafy, if Slimeamander is exclusive to Bony Spirits and Sproink is exclusive in Fleshy Souls, will Snaggerjag be exclusive to Psychic Spectres? Well, actually, Mark, Slimeamander is exclusive to Bony Spirits, but Snaggerjag is exclusive to Fleshy Souls, and Sproink is available in all 3 versions. So, hope that answered your question. Christina says, Crimson, it should be Anna, and Donald. Well, when we get the Anna event, then it should be. Hopefully. They do like all versions of Anna in the crank at once. Or the summoning stone, I don't know what to call it. Let's link up a bunch of Slurpent here, cause you gotta love Slurpent. Yeah, Zarivas, really getting to the point there. He just goes, a healer team is not great. Yeah, generally speaking, they are not. Alright, Cruncha and Startle, finishing off Happy Air. Dangerous One asks, Leafy, aka the dude actually running the stream, do you have Ultimate level 7 Slurpent, and is he noticeably better than Ultimate level 6 Slurpent? Well, the answer is no, mine is level 6, because level 7 is not noticeably better. Whoa, nice little influx of supportive comments there, thank you guys. Benizio says, Leafy, you are a good YouTuber, I'm gonna subscribe to you right now. Thank you, Benizio. If you're interested in more content from me because you enjoy these streams, then please check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/101leafy. There's a link right in the description, so, you know, go on and click that. And right here, I lost it, there you go. Daniel Rivera says we should make you reach 1 million subscribers. That would be pretty nice. That's the life. Death Madness asks, Leafy, who's the best Yo-kai and Wibble Wobble so far? Elderbloom, he's indispensable. You need him on all score-making team. Other than that, Blazion Awoken, but Blazion Awoken is worse than Unikirin when it comes to Heartful Weeks. So, Elderbloom. Well, let's go, we aren't really getting good spawns here. Alright, there we go. Slurpent kind of neutralizes bad luck. If you can link up a Slurpent, you link up everyone. So, Moderator Zarivas asks, I'm told Ultimate 5 for Slurpent is optimal for him. Is that true, Leafy? Well, I mean, going off of the definition of optimal, Ultimate 7 is optimal for Slurpent. Ultimate 5 is good enough, but Ultimate 6 is where you really want to be at. Sponsor Crimson asks, Leafy, I have 2 questions. Who's your favorite healer in Wibble Wobble? Nobody. Eterna is my favorite healer in Wibble Wobble. And who's your favorite healer in Fire Emblem Heroes? Dude, I don't even use healers in Heroes. I pulled one. I liked her design. That I pulled her yesterday. 4 stars on Minerva's sister. I honestly can't remember her actual name, but I thought that her title literally just being Minerva's sister was really funny, because it puts her down so much. Like, nobody even knows her for her name. It's like, oh hey, it's Minerva's sister, what's up? I kind of have to say Reese, though, because my friend Sagemaster hates him. There's a lot of memes about him on his channel, so I might have to say Reese. Or, I think it's pronounced Reese, right? Or Rice? The old bald guy. Are there any really good healers in Heroes, though? Did they ever fix Physic? Like, that's how little I use healers. I don't even know if they fixed Physic. Is this a 3 yokai stage, or is Noku gonna make this tougher? Slurp? Okay, Noku did not make that hard. Blaze! Alright, we will go, Slurpent. And that's gonna save us here. Bon appetit. Oh, goodbye, Moderator Christina. Thank you very much for coming. Always appreciate the mod support, and I'm sure that Zarivas has got you covered. We'll link these guys up here, and go into Fever Time for some extra money, because why not? Alright, we'll get double Snartle, which is good. We can Blazion here, D-Muncher, and Snartle again. And then we can Crunch up, probably. Blaze! Hey, Yo-kai Lecter, how's it going? I like when people say hi, it's fun. Space Duck asks, Tsum Tsum versus Wibble Wobble. Wibble Wobble has so much more content than Tsum Tsum. Tsum Tsum is literally just like, not literally, but it's just beta Wibble Wobble basically. Imagine if the only mode in Wibble Wobble was Score Attack, and that's Tsum Tsum. Kind of awkward to pronounce. Omar asks, Leafy, do you have cut and cheese in Wibble Wobble? Yeah, I mean, he's really common. I have him maxed out, actually. I maxed him out quite a few months ago. Reese asks, is it me or is the stream lagging a lot? YouTube's acting very weird lately, sorry. It's all fine on my end. My game is running fine, I am streaming it fine. OBS reports nothing dropped. YouTube likes to sometimes dip in and out in quality, and I guess today is the dip out. Oh, whoa, Christina, you beat me to that message. Nice one. We'll go Snartle and take out Signibble, and then E-Muncher and take out not Cut and Cheese. You got my mind on Cut and Cheese. This is I can't remember his name. Cheek Squeak. Oh, that did not work. Oops. No, 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 no. Ah! That was way too close. That was way too close. Shandito asks, Leafy, what is your favorite Koma? Komashura, Koma-san, Komajiro, or Jimakoma? Great to see you again, Shandito. I recognize you from a lot of the previous streams. And my favorite Koma, out of those that you gave me, is Komashura. But my favorite Koma overall is Kira Koma, definitely. I think he's really cool. He's like Komashura, but cooler, so how can I not like him? I know Johnny really likes him too. He has this really adorable plush, but they are very expensive to import. Slim Gamer, nice combination. He asks, who else is playing Fire Emblem Heroes while watching the stream? Let me know in the chat, guys. Are you multitasking like this? I like it. Have you guys pulled anyone good? I put around 100 orbs into trying to pull Azura, and I guess my really good luck has ran out, because I did not get her. Sponsor Crimson asks, Leafy, what's your favorite dragon in Fire Emblem Heroes? Naui busts all of the... Oh man, I meant to use Blazion! I got so distracted. She busts all the swordsman users. Marth, Roy, Chrom, Ike, all those guys. She just eats them. So, probably Naui. Kiki's good, but she's like... Nah, maybe Girl Corrin is Blue Dragonstone, right? Does she count? I'm guessing by dragon you mean Monokete, and Corrin's technically one, even though she's like half. Yeah, probably that. Death Madness asks Leafy, will there be a Puyo Puyo Tetris stream? Yeah, I might. I might. I still need to buy it though. Need to get that. Naruto asks, Leafy, do you play Overwatch? No, I'm actually working on a video for my channel about that. I greatly disagree with Activision Blizzard's business practices, and I think that Overwatch is just an awful example of that. Selling a full retail game with hundreds of dollars of microtransactions day one is just not the way that the industry should be heading. I don't agree with that. That's my opinion, though. If you like it, you like it. Sponsor Coma Cameron says, dude, Tiki. Where's she at? My Tiki is invisible. Also, it's Young Tiki. Yeah, Young Tiki is the mainly good one. She's cool. She's really cool. She's good. But I think that the blue dragons are better. Do we have any green dragons? I don't think so. If we do, then I'm blanking. We need a green dragon, though. Green's my favorite color. We've got Blazion, alright. Naruto charged up, and Cruncher charged up. Bam. George asks, how do you unlock the third stage in Mystery Way? I forget. It's on my website, though. MountWildwood.net. So if you're interested in the answer to that, check that out, because I actually forget myself. That's why I write these things down for people. Victor Nunez says, bye Leafy, sorry for caps! I assume that you're leaving to fix your keyboard, so have fun with that. So yeah, we're on Ultra Mystery Way right now, which is the hardest version of Mystery Way. On the harder versions of Mystery Way, you have greater chances of receiving coins from Goldie Bones, though that's only the rate of dropping something, not actually dropping better coins, so... Hey, it's Thornyon the Beast. He asks, Leafy, do you have Happier Awoken yet? No, and I don't plan on getting him unless they fix the Crankakai. Or rather, until, hopefully. Oh yeah, that's right, Zarivas. Kinda funny. You need Zerberker to unlock the hidden stage with Zerberker, which is the last one. Thank you, moderator Zarivas. Well, let's link up all these Blazion here. Alright. Please don't die. Oh, that was way too close. That was ridiculously close. I don't feel good about this. Arctic Empoleon says, when you get Demuncher on your other account, but not your main account. Why do you have two accounts? This game's super tedious, not really any point in my opinion. If you have some insight, let me know, because I'm kind of interested now. Naruto asks, Leafy, I'm currently looking for your PSN since you said you'd accept it if we guessed it, just to narrow it down. Do you have PS Plus? I used to, but it ran out. It's not exactly hard to guess. Moderator Zari Boss, you are correct. I have all of the big bosses. Colby says Crankakai is rigged. I mean, technically, they program all the rates. It's not rigged in a sense that it's deceptive, though. Technically, they should be showing us the pull rates. I'm not really sure how they're getting away with it. I think it's because you can grind the currency in-game, and the currency is also used for things other than pulling the Crankakai. It's kind of shady that they're getting away with not showing us the actual rates, though. Kind of weird. I'm really interested in how they're not doing that. Thank you very much, Owen. Owen says, keep at it, Leafy, and keep up the outstanding content. If you guys enjoy these streams, I'm 101 Leafy. You can check me out on YouTube, youtube.com/101Leafy. There's a link to that in the description. I do videos on Yo-kai Watch, Fantasy Life Online, Level 5's newest game. Level 5 is the creator of Yo-kai Watch, and other Nintendo games, and soon, other video games in general. I like to do videos on all sorts of things, analysis, strategies, featuring new games, reviews. I have my Mario Kart 8 Deluxe review up just now, so if you're interested on the fence about buying it, then check out my opinion on it. And if you like playing games with people on stream, then every Saturday at 6 p.m. Central, I play video games with all my subscribers. Now we're playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so if you think you can match up against us, then go ahead and join our tournament and show us your stuff. When ARMS comes out, I will be playing ARMS so hard. The eShop says that it supports up to 8 players, so that's gonna be wild. And when Splatoon 2 comes out, of course, we'll all be teaming up and fighting against each other. I think we have the Beetler stage. Thornyon the Beast asks, Leafy, what's your favorite amiibo? I have around 70 of them, so I have lots to choose from. My favorite is probably Mega Man, because I still can't believe that Mega Man actually got into Smash. I love Mega Man, so that was super cool. I like Lucas, because he's the first and only piece of Mother 3 merchandise to be released in America. NASA's really cool for a sort of similar reason. So let's go, Gotta charge Blazion Awoken here, and we're gonna be sent into Fever Time soon. Alright, that's good enough. Nice. Burry Davery asks a very interesting question. I don't even know how to answer this. He asks, what would you do if Akihara Rhino? I don't know, what would I do if Akihara Rhino? I assume he means something involving Akihiro Hino, the CEO of Level 5 Japan. But, oh, if he died, that's so gruesome. I don't want to think about that. I'd be very sad. Lucio Gomez asks, Leafy, should I spend time trying to get Happy Air or farming Goldie Bones? Making money to get Happy Air. If this really is our permanent Crank-a-kai, you should start maxing it right away. Colby Mason asks, Leafy, did you get the Gold Mega Man? I'm looking at it right now. It's right in front of me on my table. I have a bunch of amiibo on my table. And that is one of them. Lucky says, Leafy, please rate my team. Note I only have one SS rank, QB. Giboy on S, great. Komasan S, not so great. Zero, great. Jibakoma, not so great. And Kamajiro S, great. Swap out Jibakoma and Komasan S for Blizaria and, what else is a good charming attacker? You probably have Thornyon maxed out. He's actually not bad. Interesting question. Somebody asks, I can't really keep track of the chat right now, but somebody asks if there will be an exclusive medal in Psychic Spectres, and there definitely will be. Level 5 hasn't said what it will be, but my personal prediction is, Jibakoma. Or sorry, not Jibakoma, Darkneon. Because Jibakoma was in Shinuchi, but we're getting Jibakoma in a regular set. So we need something else as our Psychic Spectres exclusive, and we actually don't have Darkneon in any of our regular sets. Darkneon was a movie exclusive in Japan. Our movie exclusive was Hoverneon. So yeah, probably Darkneon. Exclusive to Psychic Spectres. Roy Tavery asks, please rate my team. Crunch a Shogunyan, Slimander S, Snartle, and Moxie. Really good all around. I like Slimander, he's cool. Death Madness asks, Leafy, what amiibo are you hyped to come out? I need all the new Splatoon amiibo, of course. Almond Cecilia, gonna be really cool. I think they look really nice, actually. And what else? We don't really know about too many others. Monster Hunter Story ones will be cool. I know sponsor Crimson will like those. Naruto asks, Leafy, can I guess your PSN in chat? It's literally 101 Leafy. I was being sarcastic. It's just 101 Leafy. I think that the L might actually be an uppercase I or something, because I couldn't actually get Leafy to work. I have a Futaba icon. Dorngon asks, Leafy, rate my team. Pandal, 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 and Pandal. Well, I think you have some good choices. Brave, obviously, great. But I think that if you swap Pandal with Pandal, your team would be a lot stronger. A lot stronger. Just something to consider. Not a requirement. It's solid already. Jacob Spencer says, Hinoshin is going to be an awesome boss, whatever they call him. Yeah, so Hinoshin is one of the exclusive Busters bosses in Yo-kai Watch 2 Psychic Spectres. Going to be really cool. Based on Akihiro Hino, CEO of Level 5 Japan. I'm guessing that we'll just call him like Executive Hino or Creator Hino in America, but you never know. They might remove reference to him altogether, which would be really lame. Cardio Kid asks, hey Leafy, what do you think of my Mystery Way team? Beetle, Snartle, Shogunyan, D-Muncher, Illuminact, and Cyril. The only reason Beetle is on my team is because he has tons of health. Meantime, don't use him. I'd use Cruncha. Dalen asks, does Abdallah have a son? He has a few cats. Cats are like children in a way. Alright, let's get through this, and then the next one unlocks the hidden stage, I think. Blaze. Ethan says, I believe that in the previous Happy Hour Awoken update, it said that the crank would return to normal after the Mystery Way event, but it actually did not. It would be nice if it did, but they said no such thing. Giga TV asks, Leafy, do you think 7 million is enough for top 250 this week? I don't. You're cutting it a little close there. Oh, Caillou, thank you very much for spending your time with us. iOS says, guys, I'm in the hospital and I have to wait until 5:55, so I'm spending time with you guys. Thank you. Really hope you're okay, and I'm really happy that you're having fun with us. Hope we can cheer you up a bit. Connor asks, is Beetle a good substitute for Cruncha? Do not believe their lies, Connor! Do not believe their lies! Beetle should not be used. I hate Beetle. Hate him. He's useless. Not a suitable substitute for Cruncha. Illuminact, Shogunyan, even Camellia is a suitable substitute for Cruncha if she's leveled substantially. D-Muncher. A lot of good Brave Yokai to work with. Lionheart. You have some good options. Omar asks, do you have any pets, Leafy? Nope, I'm allergic to basically everything I could have as a pet, and anything I'm not allergic to, I don't really want. Green Battles asks, oh, okay. Unfortunately, Whip Hop has stopped. That is unfortunate. Green Battles asks, how do you get so much money? I have 6,000. This is just from playing through the stages. Oh, and no. Owen asks, Leafy, can you use 4 healers, please? That is a staunch no on that. We wouldn't lose, but we would take like 10 minutes to complete a stage, and that would be very boring. Death Madness asks, Leafy, what do you think is the best Wibwob team? Well, for what? For what? For scoring high, Blazion, Awoken, Alder Bloom, Unpleasant, Slurpent, and D-Muncher, by far. Berserker. Moderator Zarivas says, I wonder if I should run Score Attack just to get a 5 million score. Yeah, why not? Worth a shot. Hello, Scott Craig asks, Leafy, what if the Kragakai was only filled with good S and double S ranks? That would never happen. It's a gacha game. It would be nice. Disfix Allen says, Wibwob's new motto. Unfortunately, Wibwob has stopped. Oh, that's always been its motto since day one. Besides Slurpent, what yokai is second best for expanding Wibwobs, asks the Autobot Pictures. Well, no one, really. Nothing can match Slurpent. Arachnus Awoken is good, but they're really just completely different. Slurpent's insane. Turnip, great to see you. He says, Leafy, can you rate my team? Meme Tall, Meme Alert, High Keemstar, a Wall of Kappa, and a Sapphire in the shape of a cat. You know, I think it's good. I think you've got some good meme potential there, Turnip. I would swap out Meme Tall for Shogun Meme, probably. But other than that, you look pretty solid, pretty aggressive. I think it works. I love this. I love this. Hang on. I gotta defeat Retype first. Lucas Leaf asks, Leafy, what does Wobbly Walk drop in Wibble Wobble? Wobbly Walk is so cute. I wish he was named that. That's adorable. Wobbly Walk, or Wobble Walk, as you probably know him, drops Shard of Evil, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, what the heck? Leafy, can you use Pandal? Asks Tispic Allen. I probably should have used Pandal for you guys before we reach the really hard stages, but why not? We'll use him against Ultra Goldie. Derpy Gamer asks, Leafy, why is so popular? I don't know, why is so popular? Chondito asks, Leafy, do you play League of Legends? I used to, for around 2 years. I made Victor mid. I was pretty good at it. But I stopped playing because I got really frustrated with a lot of changes they were making. I felt like when they completely overhauled champions or promised content and didn't deliver, it was very frustrating as a player. Like, I loved Malzahar. Malzahar was one of my mains. I played him, aside from Victor, Malzahar was like my secondary. I played him mid, I played that crazy 80 Malzahar jungle. Malzahar support was kind of goofy to mess around with friends, not in solo queue. He was really fun. And when they completely redid him, I got a little frustrated. I felt like, you know, they did a good job. He was a good champion in the game. But as somebody who had been playing with Malzahar for a while, I don't know. I felt like they changed him too much. And then they nerfed Victor. They made his laser really slow. And then I had a lot of stuff going on. My laptop's hard drive corrupted, so I actually had to get a new one. And this was actually last April. And I was like, do I really want to reinstall League of Legends? And I decided no. No ill will towards the guys that do League, though. I think that they do it fantastically. They have a ton of extremely talented people on there, extremely talented artists. Can only wish that one day I'll be as good as them. Really, really good. You know, the balance guys work their hardest. It's incredibly difficult to balance a game like that. Very unwieldy is the best way to describe it when you have over 100 characters. And I love League because it's free with microtransactions. It's not a full-price retail game that has microtransactions in it. Props to Riot for doing that. They have a lot of cool designers. If you guys know Steven Mortimer, really cool guy. He's on Twitter @MortDog. He analyzes like the design behind games. Used to work for Nintendo. If you've ever played Mario vs. Donkey Kong, he did that. Or Aura Climber. So really talented guys. So yeah, definitely no ill will towards the guys that do League of Legends. But I got frustrated with some of the things. My laptop's hard drive corrupted, and then my account got hacked. So those three things together resulted in me just kind of stopping playing League. And now I just don't have the time for it. DJ Perez says, I wish Mystery Way was a permanent map in Wibble Wobble. Then the event wouldn't be exciting. Also, it would provide much too easy access to Crank-a-Kai coins. You know, Scott Craig says, Smash has microtransactions, but it doesn't. It has downloadable content. You pay for a large amount of content once. That's what a DLC is. And they developed all of Smash's DLC after the game came out. It's not like they pulled a Capcom and locked all of these characters for the next 2 years on disc and pretended they didn't exist. Derpy Gamer asks, Leafy, why is Pandal so popular? He's the first yokai, he's E rank, he's really goofy, really funny in the anime, and he's super weak. His skill literally makes him more susceptible to critical hits with no upside. So everyone just likes to meme about him. Hey sponsor Oliver Element, how's it going? Wyatt Harris asks, Leafy, can you judge my team? It's Swelterior, Shogunyan, Giban S, Betterfly, and... No, sorry, not Betterfly, Butterfly, and Snartle. I hate healers. Ditch the healer and you'll have a good team. Death Madness asks, Leafy, will they make Smash for Switch? They're already making it, probably. They formally announced that the Cloud, Bayonetta, and Corrin amiibo will be coming this holiday, I think. Whenever those amiibo come out, they'll launch the same day as Smash Switch, mark my words. Smash Switch will probably have Inklings, Chorus Boys, and combined content from 3DS and Wii U. Probably someone, maybe someone from ARMS. I wouldn't say probably, but maybe. Owen asks, Leafy, will you get a snail as a pet? I don't think I want a snail as a pet. Sorry, Owen. They're kind of cool, though. Slurp. Green Battles asks, what should Wibble Wobble crossover with? It's about time that we get the Final Fantasy crossover event. That's what I say. Death Madness asks, Leafy, what do you think the next Zelda will be? Hyrule Warriors 2 is my prediction. We'll probably see a 2D one in between now and the next Breath of the Wild Zelda. Style Zelda, rather. I mean, we're getting Breath of the Wild DLC through this year, so definitely nothing like that for a while. Baystuck asks, is Golden Yon worth it? I don't even know what game you're talking about, and I can say no. Golden Yon is not great in mainline and awful in Yo-kai Watch Wibble Wobble. Leafy, what is your favorite Switch game? Asks Blue Flare. At the moment, Breath of the Wild. When ARMS comes out, it'll definitely be that. Where's Pokken on Switch? Seriously, we still don't have Pokken 1.5. That's my most wanted Switch game for those of you who are wondering. Pokken Tournament for Nintendo Switch with patch 1.5 with Darkrai and Empoleon and Scizor and Krogunk because we are long overdue on that. I mean, I do not understand how they're running Worlds on patch 1.3 when Japan is playing patch 1.5 on arcades. Kind of confusing. Darva says he wants to see a ShowPro crossover after the Sanrio crossover event in Puni, but I don't really know what ShowPro is. Mind explaining? Staraptor Fury asks, do you have Demona? I have her and she's almost maxed out and she's awful. Or no, she is maxed out. Dornyan asks, what are you talking about, Leafy? Golden Yon is amazing in mainline. Well, no, he said really good. If you can explain to me how Golden Yon is really good in mainline, then I'll concede. But I don't see how Golden Yon is good. Golden Yon doesn't have any focus, really. She's not a great attacker. She's not even like a healer or anything. Her skill is sort of made for a tank, but tanks need blocker. Or 2 item slots. I don't really see what she's even supposed to do. In Yo-kai Watch mainline, you want focus. You want your yokai to do one thing and one thing only. And Golden Yon doesn't even do anything. From what I know. Oh, Hamtaro, says Zarifos. That's what ShowPro is. Hamtaro, like Ham Adventure on Game Boy Color? That's a good game. That's made by a Nintendo subsidiary. Alpha Tree? I think it was. Yeah, the Mario and Luigi RPG guys. Ha! Julio asks, Futaba Sakura or Inkling Girl? Futaba. Because she's broken. Like, if you guys have played Persona 5, they kind of nerfed it from Rise. Rise was guaranteed to revive your main character, Narukami, after he died once. But in Persona 5, it's sort of balanced, where it's like, yeah, you don't get the free guaranteed revive on Joker, but you actually get a free guaranteed revive on the first party member to fall during each battle. And position hack is really OP, where sometimes if you get ambushed, she'll let you start in an advantageous position, where you hold enemies up. She has a lot of cool stuff. She has the buffs like Rise does, but she does not have an all-out attack enhancement. That's my only complaint. In Persona 4 Golden, Rise, for one of her social link moves, she would actually like cheer you on, because she's an idol, during your all-out attack. But Futaba doesn't really do anything like that to enhance your damage, which is disappointing. Blue Flare says, if you read my comment, I'm going to cry. Well, I'll try not to cry harder now that I'm reading that. Let's see here. He's gonna kill us. Yeah, these stages get pretty tough, especially if you're playing with a mouse. Citrus Fruity says, subscribe to 101 Leafy. Thank you very much for Citrus Fruity. Shout out to you for subscribing to me. If you enjoy these streams, you enjoy what I do, you enjoy listening to me, talking to me, then check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/101leafy. There's a link to it in the description. Just click show more, give that a click. Pretty easy to do, and you're on your way to subscribing to me. I cover Yo-kai Watch, Fantasy Life Online, which is the newest game from the creators of Yo-kai Watch. Nintendo games in general, I provide analysis and strategy. Sometimes I do goofy, silly videos, and I also review games, and of course, every Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Time, I play some sort of multiplayer game with my subscribers. Right now, we're playing a lot of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Every week, we're doing a tournament. If you want to show your stuff, compete against us, then feel free to come on by. Once ARMS release, we'll be playing a lot of that. We can team up, do 2v2s or 4v4s as the eShop is hinting at. That'll be insane. Once Splatoon releases, you can team up with me, we'll play. You guys get to be on stream, live. It's really fun, and I try to make sure everyone's included. Lots of fun. So yeah, there's a link to my channel in the description. We have just a few more stages. iOS says, rest in peace, Leafy's Y Money. Oh yeah, you gotta continue a lot here. Alright, well, we got a lot of Demuncher here, that's nice. Bestbender says, Leafy, please rate my team. Shogunyan, Snartle, Lion, Heart, Demuncher, and Zerberker. Sounds fantastic. Cruncher should replace Zerberker as soon as possible, but other than that, that is awesome. Death Madness asks, Leafy, will there be team chats in the game? Yes, through Nintendo's, whatever you call it, through Nintendo's mobile app, their chat app. When we're playing Splatoon 2 on stream, so we can strategize, you're welcome to join me on Discord. I won't include your voice in the video due to liability issues, of course, but you're welcome to chat with me live. That'll be fun. Lucas Leaf asks, Leafy, do you want a filthy goat as a pet? You know, I think that goat is an independent man that does not want to be kept as someone's pet. But, I'm gonna have to decline on that offer. Thank you, though. Moderator Zariboss asks, why are you still using Zerberker, Leafy? Because I am a very forgetful person. Thank you for the reminder, just as we're clearing the stage. That was helpful. Eberarcher Yokai asks, Leafy, why do you always do these every Monday on Abdallah's channel? It gets me exposure and it's fun to be with you guys. My reason for doing these is, I have no reason not to, and it's fun, so why not? Death Madness asks, Leafy, when will this app come out? Nintendo has stated that it will come out this fall. Very broad window there. Connor Brazel, really good team. He says, Leafy, please judge my team. Pandal Awoken, Pandal S, Pandal SSS, Pandal, and Robopandal. I think Robopandal is a nice touch. That's right, Owen. I promised you that I would use Zero. I'll swap out Blazion Awoken for him. Throwing on the Beast asks, Leafy, what is Persona 5? I don't know, what's Google? My friend Johnny Awesome has a lot of good videos on Persona 5 if you're curious about it. Oh, thank you. D&D United Jason Pap says, we appreciate you playing, Leafy. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, always helps out. Leave a comment if you're watching the VOD. Subscribe for more weekly Wibwob streams at 4 p.m. Central. Hey, it's Null. And of course, subscribe to me, youtube.com/101leafy. There's a link to that in the description. Just click show more and the link is right there. Alright, we'll finish them off with Cruncha here. Didn't recruit Null, unfortunately. Yay! Alright, we have, what, 2 stages left? Nice. Just one moment here. Alright, let's continue. I feel like I was gonna swap someone. Right. Blazion for Zero. Facetuck asks, can you use a full Wicked team? Ugh. All the Kayamai are awful. Unpleasant is good. Unkeen is usable. Everyone else is not that great. Data must be re-downloaded. What the heck? Gonna have to check with STS, see what was added, because do we have time to explore in game? I'm sure they've already found out, but unfortunately Goat is not in the chat. He usually gives us the updates on the updates. Let's see what was downloaded. Did they change the Crankakai? Did they change the Crankakai? Did they listen? Let's go! Come on, fingers crossed. No, they didn't. Why did it even download data? Did we kill these guys already? I don't think so. Arnold Stag asks, hey Leafy, since we're getting a third Yo-kai Watch 2, will Darkubi and Illuminat come back? Probably, yeah. They are Psychic Spectres exclusive. A lot of people were asking me about the Hello Kitty event in Puni. I already covered it, but I'll go over it again. Basically, they teamed up with Sanrio, the company that did Hello Kitty. It's not just Hello Kitty, it's other Sanrio characters as well. It's really cool, I'm really jealous, it's absolutely adorable. They have some really good guys in it. And I hope that we get it, even though it's not very realistic to expect it. I do hope that we get it. My friend Robert, fellow member of Springdale Data Sciences, is working on a huge video about that. That will be out tonight, so check my Twitter at 101leafy, and I'll let you guys know about it when he releases it. He's good, he keeps you updated on all the Puni stuff. Blue Flare asks, Leafy, do you think we'll ever get trading in Wibwob? No, it wouldn't work. This is a gacha game, so it would kind of defeat the purpose. Naruto asks, favorite song for Persona 4? It's kind of a spoiler to say it, but it's the It's the vocal song in one of the final dungeons. You know what I'm talking about. Just the name of it is sort of a spoiler though, so I don't want to say it. But it's the vocal song in one of the last dungeons. I thought it was really good. Omar says, Leafy, Johnny Awesome will be playing Yo-kai Watch 2 Psychic Spectres in the fall. I mean, of course he will. He loves Yo-kai Watch. Why wouldn't he? Johnny and I constantly talk about how excited we are for it. Naruto has favorite character from Persona 5? Mishima. I love Mishima. You know, I'm kind of partial to the web developer, obviously. I thought he was really funny, and his voice was really good, really good. I like Futaba. Futaba was my favorite, like, main character. I thought her, dungeon was really emotional. It was so good. Throwing out the beast dash. Hey, 101 Leafy, what's tax evasion? I'm so glad they kept that line in the dub. That was perfect. It's the best line in the Yo-kai Watch anime. Hey, Whisper, what's tax evasion? Yeah, moderator Zariboss, I agree. He says, the only feature Wibwob needs is a sellback feature, but it also needs the team slots that Puni got. Oh, you mean, favorite song from Persona 5 Naruto? Rivers in the Desert. Absolutely. It's so good. Especially when it starts playing and it sets the scene. Oh, they did such a good job with that. Studio Senshi, yes, I have heard the remastered version of that Persona 4 Dungeon song. Really, really good. I love it. Oh, whoops, aiming for the wrong thing. No. Aw, oh, jeez, that was unfortunate. We're gonna get crushed. Restart, restart. Let's fight Goldie Bones. Alright, we gotta go all out on this. I've been waiting for this! Aha! This is our chance! Gonna go, Lazy Unawoken. Brittany Winchester asks, hey Leafy, what's your favorite and least favorite Divine Beast? My favorite is probably... I thought Vanaboris was really good. I thought it had the best puzzles. And my least favorite is probably the bird one, because I felt like that whole area was really rushed. Like, super rushed. Uflair asks, Leafy, if I had to choose Wibwob or Puni, which one would it be? I hate to say this, but Puni. It's just objectively better in every way. Like, there's no question. Blaze! Alright, so we've got a good D-Muncher coming up, and a huge chain of them. Okay, good, good. So, we get into Fever Time, charge our Soultimates, charge up Blazion. Come on, charge up Blazion. Ah, jeez, probably could have done it too. Let's just continue here. Do you think we'll get Yo-kai Watch 3 due to Nintendo Switch? Asks Citrus Beauty. Check out my YouTube channel, 101 Leafy, where I talk about my opinion on everything related to Yo-kai Watch localization. There's a link to it in the description. Wyatt Harris says they changed the battle thing when it is the end, Leafy. I will check that. Is that what the new data was? What's the new battle thing when it's the end? Let's check that out real quick. That looks the same to me. Let me know your thoughts on that. Alright, we got some coins to crank. And we have one Y money crank.
My yokai senses are tingling.
Alright. Death Madness says you also posted it on Abdallah's channel, but no, that is false. My localization video is a 101 Leafy channel exclusive. It's one of my strongest videos, I feel.
Go on, have a ball.
Alright, nothing good, and just because, let's go for the Y crank. Come on, this is a bad one. The ooh is always bad. But at least give us null. Nope, it's a Mega X-Borb. What a perfect way to end the stream. Alright guys, we have completed Mystery Way, done our cranks. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this stream, you enjoy talking to me, then please check out my channel, youtube.com/101leafy. There's a link to that in the description. I do reviews, analysis, strategies, live streams. I like to play games with my followers. We play every Saturday at 6 p.m. Central. We're currently playing a lot of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I cover Yo-kai Watch, Zelda, all sorts of Nintendo games as a whole. I'm currently also working on covering Level 5's new game, Fantasy Life Online. It's by the creators of Yo-kai Watch, so if you're interested in what the Yo-kai Watch guys are up to right now, then go ahead and check that out. I'm also on Twitter at 101leafy, on Twitch at twitch.tv/101leafy, and of course, a shout out to our sponsors, Nox. It's an Android app player that you can run WibWob on. It's what I use to stream WibWob to you guys. You can play it on your computer, pretty nice, really easy to capture if you don't have a phone capture device, and you can run things in super high resolution. So go ahead and check that out if you're interested in playing Android games on your computer. There's a link to that in the description as well. Thank you guys, everybody, for watching. Always appreciate the support. Remember to leave a like, smash that like button. Subscribe for more weekly WibWob streams, and check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/101leafy. There's a link to that in the description. See you next week.